Okay, we got some brand new rhythms here. But yeah, everything went well in your videos. So, new rhythm. Each line is a rhythm pattern. So, every bar has the same rhythm here. This is another rhythm. Every single bar is the same though. This is the third new rhythm. This is the fourth new rhythm. So, when possible, basically we got two different ways of looking at the same rhythm. So when possible, I used quarter notes instead of tying eighth notes to eighth notes. And I say when possible because down here, when we are not starting on the downbeat of 1, because this chord carries over, we have to use the ties because it goes across the bar line. However, like for example, here to here, that is an eighth note tied to an eighth note. But over here, instead of doing the eighth note to eighth note, just using the quarter note. So this way you get some experience looking at and playing both ways. So rhythmically, it's 100% the same. So as always, I'd like you to try your best to figure out what the count is before I give it away. And one of the challenging things, but we have covered this in another rhythm before, not this exact rhythm, but the idea, what I'm about to say, it's changing chords on the upbeats of 1, or just on the upbeat in general. So just make sure you wait long enough before the chord change happens. So this does need to ring out for all of that before you change the chord. So just be careful of that. That's a common thing for people to cut the chord off early on stuff like that. So we don't want that. We want it to ring out. So in addition to just having this progression, you notice it's got Roman numerals above. So this is to help you see what can be played in the key of C, also known as the key of A minor, and I'm using the power chords that share the root notes with the notes that build the pentatonic. So you got your A, C, D, E, and G. Those 5 notes make the A minor pentatonic. Now look at the notes, or the root notes for all these chords. A, C, D, E, G. And then E again, D again, C again. And then here, E again, G again, A, C, D, C, and so on. And notice the Roman numerals going along with it. This is going to be very important and hopefully helpful for number 2. We'll get to that in a bit. So, let's demonstrate this at a few different speeds. And as always, pick the speed that works for you, okay? Definitely needs to be at least a little bit challenging, but not overwhelming. But hey, you've been doing that quite well anyway, so I think you know what to do. Here we go. Counting the whole way so you know exactly what we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 4. 1 and 4. 1 and 4. 1 and 4. 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 3, 4 and 3, 4 and 3, 4 and done. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 4. 1 and 4. 1 and 4. 1 and 4. 1, 2 and 1, 2 4, and 3, 4, and 3, 4, and 3, 4, and done. A little bit faster, 160, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. On to number 2. So you played that lead quite well. So because you played it so well, gave me the impression that we can do a little bit more. We can do a bit more this week. So let me highlight that by itself. Okay, almost there. Okay. All right, so yes, you went up the shape number 1 and down shape number 2 last time. So we are going to add going up shape number 2 and down shape number 3, and then go up shape number 3, down shape number 4. So that's going to be the memorization thing to expand upon. Going up 1, down 2 like you did, and now we're going to add going up number 2, down number 3, up number 3, down number 4. So let's play this guy at a few speeds. So just the new lead part for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. $120. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, for the scale memorization, basically, we're looking for this. Okay, now the chords. And here's where we have something special. So you may have already looked on your own. So back to the multi-track view. So, still going to be doing the power chords. on the line or that part right underneath the lead. So power chords here, clean chords here. But they're blank. That's because I want you to fill in the chords. So, you remember how in number 1, I mentioned it's important to pay attention to those Roman numerals. So that's why, because the Roman numerals are there to let you know what chord number is happening. I want you to figure out what chord belongs. So you have the power chords to use, any one you want. Any of them is fine, your choice. And you can do the 2-string or the 3-string. It would be good to use the 3-string so you can get more comfortable with those. I've been doing the 2-string stuff with the rhythm because I felt it would be just better for you. So you can get the strumming and the patterns down a little bit better and less fatiguing on the hand. But when you can ease into the 3-string stuff more, definitely a good idea. So yeah, the power chords and also the clean chords. So things to help out. When you see the uppercase Roman numeral, it will be major. It will be a major chord. When you see the lowercase Roman numeral, it will be a minor chord. For the power chords, it's always just a power chord. For what we are doing anyway. But yeah, for the power chord stuff, it's just a 5th chord. So just that. And then for the clean chords, it's going to be major or minor. So if it's capital or uppercase, it'll be major chord. If it's lowercase, it will be minor chords. So what I'd like you to do is, before you start practicing the chords, fill it in first, put in the chord name as well, send it over to me so I can double check and make sure everything looks correct. So I will be signing out for the weekend, my weekend anyway, later today. So I probably won't see anything until Sunday, but as soon as I look at it on Sunday, I will let you know how it's going. So yeah, just please send that over as soon as you got it done. I'll let you know how it's looking. And then octaves, yes, you've actually done, maybe unknowingly, some octave stuff anyway. So like power chord stuff that you were doing, remember when I had you go like this A5 to that A5? So remember that was doing an octave thing right there, because that's A, E, A. So the opposite ends of a 3-string power chord, it's the same note, an octave apart. And then you played that power chord here, same idea, opposite ends of that power chord, octaves. So yeah, you can like this here, that scale shape is an octave of this. You can do that everywhere. Just basically add or subtract 12. So this, just add 12. So instead of starting on 13, you start on 15. Same shape. And I believe on that scale sheet I gave you, it shows that shape in 2 different octaves. On the bottom portion where you have the red notes or the red dots highlighting it. And then, yep, the first shape. Start that on the 17th fret. You got yourself an octave of the first shape. And you can also get the second one in there. But, yeah, you have absolutely been doing that stuff. I'm assuming what you're talking about might be more like do a lick like this, and then move up an octave and do it again. And do it again. And then maybe play that and then do that an octave lower. And then do that an octave lower. Maybe there's some stuff like that, right? Anyway, glad you're having fun with it. We'll certainly be covering all kinds of stuff as we go on, little by little, and man, there's a lot. Okay, any questions, let me know. I will see you again next week.